Hello and welcome to the Twin Flame energy reading for the next week ahead with Keeper of the Moon Tarot. So this is a reading for the DM and the DF, or Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Over the next week it's a full energy reading, so it's a little bit more in depth than the overall energy or the headspace, heart space readings that I put out every day. So let's start with the DM. So DM's overall energy, we've got the Moon card in reverse. Now what this is telling me is that the DMs at the moment are kind of highly in tune to, their intuition, but it's also about the fact that there's a lot of illusions that are present within their lives that they're trying to kind of peel away the layers to. So, you know, this involves a lot of figuring out what their truth is and standing in it. It's proving to be a little bit of an obstacle at the moment with the Hanged Man, so I do feel like they are finding it quite difficult, and it might be a bit of a time of retreat for the Divine Masculines in the collective. Like, they might feel themselves pulling away a little bit physically, and I feel energetically as well. It's also, the Hanged Man also links to ascension, and it's definitely a little bit of an ascension process for the Divine Masculines that they're going through at the moment, where they're really kind of stepping into what is, you know, it's not always tangible, and really trying to figure out what's like dividing up the 3D from the 5D. Now, obstacles that they might be finding difficult at the moment, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is very much about stable foundations and a new beginning. So I do feel like stabilisation might be a bit of an issue at the moment. Divine Masculines might find themselves swinging from one extreme to the other and not really knowing what kind of, you know, how to stabilise themselves. Like, they might find it difficult grounding themselves over the next week. I do feel like a lot of them are kind of really wanting to rush forward, but at the same time they know they need to have some patience. They know that these things take time, and they might not really feel like they're ready to rush forward. So it might be a little bit of a back and forth with the DMs at the moment, where they go from really wanting to come in strong with the DF and really wanting forward movement, and then pulling back where they don't feel ready, and they kind of change their mind a little bit. This is probably due to the overall energy at the moment, which I was talking about with the peeling away the illusions and the ascension. So obviously that's affecting them at the moment. The next card we've got here is the Temperance card, and this is with regards to what the DMs should be focusing on. So I do feel like healing is a very important thing from at the moment. It's a very important thing that they need to be focusing on. Temperance also links to patience as well, and in this particular card we've got the Sun and the Moon, which represents the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, and I do feel like it's like a merging of energies, and that's where their kind of focus will lie, on the merging of their own Divine Masculine energy and their own Divine Feminine energy. And you know, it goes back to what I was talking about with stabilisation. Like, it's been a difficult process for them, I do feel. The next two cards, we've got the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. This is the union energy. So Divine Masculines are still very in touch with unconditional love. And with regards to union, you know, it's what they want, it's what they desire. They want this loving new beginning, this fresh start. And the King of Wands is showing me a lot of fire energy and passion. Like, they really want to surge towards it, which, you know, this is definitely what I was picking up on with the backwards and forwards movement. But when it comes to union, they do know what they want. It's just a matter of kind of breaking down the obstacles that are in the way and, you know, manoeuvring them in their own time. So going on to the Divine Feminine energy, overall energy, you've got the Nine of Cups, which is about wish fulfillment. So I do feel like Divine Feminines are in a really good place this week. You know, they are feeling quite happy and hopeful, and I do feel like a lot of them are really putting out their intentions into the universe of what they want with regards to their DM, but also with regards to their lives as well. Like, I feel like a lot of DFs are really kind of building for themselves at the moment. The Queen of Cups is linking to intuition, but it's also linking to a more emotional period. So some DFs might find that they are very in touch with their emotions right now. They might feel a little bit emotional, like they want to cry at times. I don't feel like it's always bad crying though. Like, they might just feel overwhelmed with love and kind of really, you know, really feeling that kind of unconditional love energy. We are in Cancer season, so that would make sense. I know for me, Cancer season tends to make me a little bit emotional, or at least usually it does, but it hasn't so much so far. But Cancer season might be affecting you and your, you know, how you're feeling in yourself, depending on kind of how healed you are with certain emotions, and depending on how emotionally blocked off. I feel like it brings up, Cancer season tends to bring up a lot of hidden emotions, is what I usually pick up on. So Moving into the obstacles for the DFs, we've got the Lovers card. So there might be too much of a focus on the DM over the next week. You know, there might be too much focus on what he's doing, what he's not doing, worrying about his energy. Like, especially if you feel like he's pulled back a little bit, there might be a little bit too much of a focus on what your DM's up to. So there's definitely a message here for you to kind of not pull back or draw back or anything like that, but to maybe refocus where you want to put your energy this particular week, especially while your DM's dealing with healing and kind of deeper stuff at the moment. What the DF should be focusing on, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So basically this message here is what I'm getting, is that you should be kind of not focusing on control, is what I heard when I pulled this. You know, don't focus on control, and it's a message basically to really let go and let divine timing take the lead, let the universe kind of take the lead, let divine orchestration take the lead with regards to your connection, because the more pressure you put on something, the more you're trying to control the outcome with little things that you do. You might not even realise you're doing these things, you might not even realise that you're trying to control the outcome, but the more kind of energetic pressure you put into something, or physical pressure, the less room there is for the universe to work its magic. So this is basically a message for you to kind of let go, or divine feminines to let go of control. Union energy, we've got the Three of Wands, which is very much about journey, and the Strength card, which is about courage and kind of pushing through and staying strong. So I do feel like at the moment the union energy for the DFs might be that they are really trying to kind of stay strong on the journey. So some might be having some difficulties, but I also feel like this is like, there's two messages here, because I feel there's two groups that I'm picking up on in this part. Some that are trying to stay strong on the journey and might be losing a little bit of faith, and some that are definitely feeling like they are strong, or they've found their strength on the journey. So obviously take what resonates to you, but I feel like the union energy overall is that DFs realise that this is everything that's happening is part of the journey and part of the direction they need to be going in. You all kind of are realising that there's twists and turns along the way. Like, it's not all kind of sunshine and flowers, but at the end of the day there has been a significant kind of growth, and I feel like a lot of DFs are starting to see how far they've come. So that's all I've got for this week ahead's reading. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again in the future. Thank you.